What's going on, everyone? Welcome to my channel. And if you're new here, this is just an E91 328xi build. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It'll help out the channel a lot. And if you're a return subscriber, you already know what my wagon is all about. But in today's video, it's going to be short and sweet. It's going to be an installation of a European headlight switch, which includes the adjustment of the headlights, which it can be brighter or lower. I need it still, don't quote me on that. I don't know what the little analog stick is to the left, but it does have the rear fog light button already in it. So let's get into it. And I will show you guys how to remove it. I'll show you guys what I modified on my stock one. It's very simple, very easy to do. You just take it apart and you just get, you break off the tabs. But anyways, I'm rambling on about that. Let's get into this and I'll show you what the headlight switch looks like. And I got it for a great price from Poland. His name is Gioker. I apologize if I mispronounced your name. I know I butchered it, but I'll put the link in the description below. It got here to Texas in a week's and a half's time from Poland, so it was great shipping. I was super happy with it. And let's see what the head unit is all about. Alrighty, here it is. He included some pretty cool, that's pretty nice. They included some little air fresheners in here from Poland, so I'll definitely put that in. So thank you, Gioker. And then here is the headlight switch. So as you can see here, it is completely different than the normal stock version. It only came with just this button here in the States, which is the front fog lights, and of course this one's for the rear. And then this is the positioning of the actual headlight brightness, I believe. But I'm gonna look into that further and then get back with you guys on what this analog switch does, and then let's get to installing it. Supposedly, from just reading up on it and trying to figure out what this does, this little switch here to the left controls the side markers, if I'm not mistaken, or the side front lights, like, you know, the orange amber ones that you have, either if you're pre-LCI, which would be the orange ones, and so it's just going to be the outer lights that you can control on or off and how bright they will be. So that's actually a pretty cool mod. There is no coding required. The car already comes with it, because I didn't even need to code out or code my rear fog lights to work when I just did the little Lego mod, as you would call it, in my stock setup. So I'm gonna install it, see how it goes, and then we will definitely go from there. So let's get to it. So what I'll probably be doing off camera, because it is rainy outside right now and it's cold here in Texas, which is very, 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 very awesome, because I love the cold. But anyways, what you're going to be doing, I'm probably not going to be able to get it as I'm recording, because I will need one hand, and doing it while it's in the car. So you're just going to remove this, and what I have is just a trim piece removal right here. You're just going to go from the back. Let me see if I can do it. There we go. Never mind, I can do it with one hand. So you're just gonna pop this off, and there's another clip on the other side over here. So let me get that for you. There we go. So it's just easier to remove this than it is to, you know, keep this in here. You're not gonna break anything. I'm just gonna remove this off to the side, and then you are just gonna remove this whole panel, and you can probably do it with one hand. I don't want to break it, so let me get back with you guys and show you the process. So as you can see here, I just had to remove, obviously, once you get this off with the trim piece tool, you just need to use two hands and make sure to be careful, because there is a wire attached, and then you just push down. Let me see if I could do this for you guys. Okay, nope, let me get back with you guys. Let me just remove this. I apologize, that's my dog's hair. Anyways, as you can see, life is better with two hands and working off camera, but you see how mine, you can press the bottom function. I actually modified this head unit, and like I said in the beginning of the video, I used a little Lego piece that's used for this top unit of the fog light, and I just purchased that online. It was for $7. Bought it, installed it, and I didn't have an issue with it. But now I'm going to have this adjustment right here, and I will definitely have the actual light symbol now for this rear fog light. And all you're just going to do is remove these 4 tabs and then install it. And then I will definitely turn on my car, see the difference with this little analog, because that's the only thing that I'm scratching my head about, because there's no definitive answer, obviously, online. It supposedly does numerous things, so I will definitely test out what it does. And first off, to see if this head unit works with my car. So let's go from there. So as you can see here, I already put it in. It literally took me 30 seconds to take out the other one and put in the new one. There is like an aluminum type style finish on the actual knob. I opted for the all black because I like how clean this looks. And of course, I just want to continue that throughout my interior. And so let me install this, and then I will show you what the head unit will actually do. And any E90, so this came off an E90. This will fit on coupes, wagons, and of course verts, which is the same thing. So let's go from there. I just started up my car, so let's see if the head unit works. So we're turning on the lights. Awesome. Switch those on. Fog lights turned on. Rear fog lights are turned on. So that's great. Let's see what this analog stick does. Let me go from the outside. So let's see here. Let's have this on 1, and let's see what the outside looks like. Okay, so maybe it's for the brightness of this little amber piece right here. That's great. So let me see here. Let me try to set the camera up because it did stop raining for a little bit. So let me set it up outside. So upon reviewing this headlight switch, I actually lost the automatic headlight switch functionality. And I'll show you right here on my headlight. So I never really used this to begin with because I never really roll around with automatic headlights. I just always went over to just, the side markers and had that on. Because I don't really drive that much at night, but anyways, it's just easy for me to switch over. That doesn't really faze me in doing so. But also what I noticed, in order for me to have the rear fog lights on my car, I had to have the front fog lights on and then do this. But then the moment that I switched off the front fog lights, both of them would turn off. And I just wanted to, if I wanted to run my rear fog lights per se, I couldn't do so. But with that being said, I can run just my rear fog lights, and I couldn't do that on this functionality. So I have both. I have my headlights on, running just rear fog lights. I can still press this button and activate just the rear, and this one couldn't do it. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. I'm not really worried about not having the automatic headlight functionality. I've been trying to play with this, and I'm gonna still get that clip for you. But I really don't know what this switch does, and I'm actually dumbfounded by it. I'm pretty sure it's an association with when the headlights are on. I guess to adjust the brightness of it. Again, it's blind leading the blind, so do not quote me on this, but I'm still trying to figure this out, and I'll still show you the clip of when I'm actually doing the analog and moving it up and down and seeing if there's any difference in the front, and then I'm going to do it for the rear as well for you guys. So I have you guys hooked in on my external mic so you can hear me when I go to the car. So I'm going to switch it from the 0 to the 1, so from the 0 to the 1 to the 2 on the actual analog switch, and see maybe if it adjusts the brightness of the rear fog lights. So let me go turn those on, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty. I am going to turn on my rear fog lights right now. I have it at 0. And then here is the 1 analog switch, and then here is the 2. I don't know if anything happened, like I said, because I'm not at the camera right now. Don't really see any difference in change on that. Maybe any types of indications of the side markers. Here's from the passenger side, and then here's from the driver's side. So let's see what happens with the front now. Okay, now I have just my side markers on. Of course, your headlights are probably not going to do this unless you coated out the DRLs. I only have my halo rings on for when I have my side markers on. So hopefully the camera doesn't fall over because it is still windy. Of course, Texas problems. But I'm going to do the same setup. I'm going to turn on the front fog lights, do the analog switch to 0, 1, and 2. And of course I have my external mic on, so you guys will be knowing what I'm going to be initiating in this process. So I'm going to do test 1 with the side markers on only, and I'm going to do test number 2 with the actual headlights on. So let's go from there. So in my car, I'm going to turn on the fog lights. I'm at 0 right now, I'm at 1, and then I'm at 2. Again, I don't know what's happening right now at the moment. I just have you mic'd in right now, so let's see what happens. I can't even tell a difference, but let's go from there. I'm gonna end this little test right here, and then I'm gonna put on the actual headlights. As I can see, oh, okay, I think the side markers are a little bit brighter than before, but that's just me. I can just tell in person. And these actual orange ones off to the right are a little bit brighter than normal of what I can usually see. So let me just try to get it from this angle. As you can see, it's pretty bright. So let me try again. And that was a flock, so I don't know. Let me turn on my headlights and see if that does a difference. If not, I'm stumped. I'm gonna be doing a little bit more research before I edit my video, and then I will do an ending conclusion towards the end. So I'm gonna turn on the headlights right now. And of course, I'm gonna go back to 0, which it's at right now. Turning on the headlights right now, initiating, it's at 0. Now it's at 1. And then now I am switching over to 2. But of course, I do not know what that does. If anyone knows, or if I don't figure out before the end of the video, we'll go from there. But I definitely think that my car needs some Lux Angel eyes, that's for sure, to update the front instead of the yellow rings. I'll get some nice bright LEDs to match the Xeno phage, however you pronounce it. But yeah, that's gonna be the install. Like I was saying, that's just gonna be the install of the video so far. I'm gonna be playing it with it a little bit more. Again, if you guys are interested, I will put the link in the description below. If you are pretty picky about having automatic headlights, which I wasn't, clearly, I could really care less. I did like the OEM Plus spec of this, and of course, I didn't want to pay a brand new price of $140, and I actually looked, it actually raised up a little bit to $160. So depending on where you get it from, if you want, I guess, the automatic headlight switch, just keep on looking. But I found this one for 40 bucks, and it looks awesome. I like having all the functionalities of a car that it actually comes with. And of course, here in the States, it just gets, stripped from us for some odd reason. But I mean, the rear, fog light switch, having that functionality is great, especially when it's raining, and especially at night too. It does give other drivers, because of course my car is all black, it does give it a little bit more safety for me on my end. And I do like it. I do roll around with just the rear fog lights on. Well, now I can just roll with the rear fog lights on. I always hated not being able to do the front fog light switch, or running the front fogs in order to run the rear. So now I can run it with either one on or off. So I'm pretty happy about that. And again, before I edit this video, I'm going to try to find what that analog switch does, so I could try to give you guys a final answer on that. But that was a short and sweet, simple install. And I mean, including my video, it probably took me 30 minutes to install this, but actually physically installing it and putting it in, it literally took me 5 minutes to pop out the trim. And I'll show you guys the final process right now. So this is how it looks in its final resting place. I am really happy with it. Just seeing this compared to everything blanked off and all blocked off, this really, I really love the look of this. Now my car is really coming together to become an actual Euro spec car of a wagon. So I'm just super happy with this. Just doing this simple mod. Again, it was $40. I wouldn't even really consider it a mod. Just actually giving what the car has and what was built with it, giving it the functionality back to the car, makes me very happy in seeing this. So stick around. I'm going to try to find the details, and then I will end the video there. So after looking through all the forums, I figured out somewhat of a conclusion to it. So long story short, I was trying to find something in any type of the Euro threads, anything like that. But of course, they have all this stuff over there, so they don't really make threads about that. So I found threads here in the United States, and it was a mixed match. Supposedly, this is for halogen lights. There's another one with automatic lights. Supposedly that does a self-level adjustment to HID slash the adaptive xenons, which are basically the same. And it really doesn't make sense to me because I have that automatic function, and I never used it. It was the same thing. They always self-adjust no matter what. So long story short, I guess that there is really no difference, but of course with me, I just messaged the seller, and of course I still get things wrong. I guess I got the wrong switch for my headlights. Messaged the seller, gonna return it. He was great about it. He's fantastic. He's very quick in responses, and I already bought the new one. It's gonna be on the way. So I'll probably be doing an updated video on that when I install the cargo cover, the final piece to my interior. Finally found one in good condition. Of course, it's coming from Germany, so I will do an updated video on that. But for the time being, it still works. It does its functionality, and whenever I get the new one in, I'm going to return the other one. So pretty happy about that, and that's it, and that's that. I hope you guys are enjoying your day, and if you're watching this at night, hope you're enjoying your night or the morning. So you already know the deal. So have a good morning, good day, or good night, and I will see you in the next video.